Well, I'm so excited to see you all. We've got really a packed house today. Some amazing people in the audience. If I look out there, I see a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues, also some new faces. I see pioneers of cell and gene therapy, folks who have helped us to build up this field over the past few decades. I see a lot of the rising stars. I also see some early career professionals, folks who are helping us to build new fields in protein engineering, in artificial intelligence. But the important thing is, you're all here for a reason. You all heard about this meeting, this new thing that we're doing, and it was interesting enough. You were curious. You wanted to come find out more. And you're all here, were invited. You chose to come here because this is important to you. You're already doing something to help us to build this future, a future with genetic agency. So you're probably wondering, what exactly is genetic agency? And it's an old idea. It's a dream, a future that many of us have been working forward for many years. But it's a new term. So I want to talk a little bit about the story behind that term and why I found it helpful. We all know about patient unmet need. It's something that inspires our work. That could be a child who's diagnosed with a genetic disease. It could be a patient, a family member who hears that this disease has no available treatment option. There's nothing available to help, and some of these diseases, they're serious. Some are even deadly, and there's thousands of them. That's patient unmet need, and we're all working day and night to solve that. And someday there's going to be some available treatments, but we're not going to stop there, right? We're going to keep going until we have many good treatments, where patients can choose between all the good choices, the one that's right for them. And that choice is what genetic agency is all about. But there was no term for that. So we tried to boil this down to the very simplest thing of what it is we're trying to achieve, a North Star for the field, for what amazing success will look like, and that's genetic agency. Just putting a definition on it, what we've been using is an individual's ability to take action at the genetic level to live a healthier life. A few things are important about that. It's a very personal decision. It is all about the patient. And in some cases about that patient's family, their caregivers, the ones who are going to help them make that decision. And it's about taking action. Very specifically at the genetic level, where you can address the root cause of the disease, where we know the problem, and we know that if we can address that cause, these could be functional cures, even for a patient's entire lifetime, all with that goal, to live a healthier life. So that's what it means, but there's big challenges we need to solve in order to get there. That's what this meeting is all about. So what is it going to look like when we achieve genetic agency? Well, it all starts and ends with patients, and it also starts with hope. All of us working together, if we make a commitment to building that future with genetic agency, we can already make progress. Instead of a patient or the family member hearing, there's no treatment, you can change that to, there's no treatment yet. There's no treatment today. But let me tell you about some others who have found themselves in a similar situation and what they've done. And you're going to hear stories all throughout the day. People who have done that, who haven't given up hope, who have worked to take action to bring these therapies into existence. So what does that mean? Well, we need genetic insight. We need to understand the cause of the disease. Translate all of the science we have, all the basic research, into strategies to intervene at a genetic level. And then once we have them, we need the way to deliver those therapies into a patient's body, to the right organs, to the right cells, where treatment's needed. And for that, we're going to need investment. We need to do all this work up front before the patient gets that diagnosis, so that as soon as they know what they need to do, they're ready to take action. What that's going to mean is falling costs, growing markets. The economics got to make sense for us to do this in a really scalable, sustainable way, so that we can help every patient to have genetic agency. And then finally, we need doctors, both the healthcare system to get these patients their treatment, as well as doctors who patients trust, who can help them navigate a present in which there may be no available treatment options, get all the way to a future in which there's many good treatments, many things that they can choose from. And for that, we're going to need technology to help all these people, all these stakeholders work together, make better drugs, bring them here sooner, do that more cost effectively. So that's what we're here about today. Today is the Genetic Agency Technology Conference, the first one. You're all part of something new, helping us to build this future. We're going to co-create it together. And the important thing is, a big part of that effort is already done because you're here. Because the thing about meetings is, it's all about the people. It's all about conversations you're going to have today, people you're going to meet, relationships you're going to build, hopefully friends you're going to make, and also how those relationships are going to continue after this meeting. Partnerships, collaborations, new companies, new cures. That's what today is all about. So because it's all about conversation, if you find yourself in the hallway, even if there's a session going on, it's a great conversation, you should feel free to just continue that if that's what you think is the right thing for you. That's why we're here. But you're also going to hear a lot of really great talks, plus time for discussion about that, time for conversation, time for questions. Together, we're going to figure out what do we need to do to create a future with genetic agency, and how can we take that next step.